Hey guys, Palsteron here, and today let's talk about my day one experience in Sentinel League. So I'm not gonna lie, this patch has been quite of a letdown for me so far. Now, I'm not really sure what goes on there over at Q&A on GDG side, but the state this league was released in was kind of ridiculous. And just to be clear, if you're right now playing the league, or if you're right now starting out with the league, you're already playing a very much nerfed version of what was up yesterday. And I'm gonna be honest, it still doesn't feel right. To be fair, Chris already announced that he wants to make further changes. I really hope this comes fast. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of an insight of what I've been playing, right? I've been playing EA up to level 87, and it has been okay. And with okay, I mean, I know how this performed 1-to-1 last league, and it was insanely strong. So if I do okay this league, and this is not bragging, this is saying, imagine somebody who plays an off-meta skill, somebody who enjoys not just riding the wave of EA, Seismic Trap, any of these really strong builds, zombies, right, DD. I mean, they're going to be absolutely destroyed by these rare monster changes. But I want to tackle this a little bit different. So for 3.18, as we know, GG thought it was a good idea to now replace rare mods, and that's all rare mods, with arch nemesis mods. And these arch nemesis mods got reworked, so some of the nemesis and bloodlines mods got shuffled in there as well. So not only are rares absurdly strong now, they also have some of the nemesis mods that usually are only nemesis only, some really annoying ones that are now just, they could be in every single map. Like, for example, Corrupted Blood. But honestly, Corrupted Blood is like the smallest of my issues. The amount of damage that rares deal, whenever I kill a boss, it's probably over 4 times as fast as if I have to kill an essence. And mind you, I'm currently progressing, right? I'm starting to get into rep maps, T13s, T14s. I haven't done a single essence with like 5 or more essences yet. So that, right, with the duplication node is gonna be, I don't know, impossible. In fact, essences right now are so ridiculous that I think if you put 5-7 essence mobs in a invitation arena with like pretty strong to really strong arch nemesis mods, they would be harder than feared. I'm not exaggerating, by the way. So my question is just, how could this happen, right? Now, testing, I'm not going to talk about it. I have my feelings about who tests there and how many people test there. But let's talk about how this maybe could have happened. So whoever tested this, right? The individuals who tested this might have only thought about rares in the sense of the normal game, right? The base game, without any of the league mechanics. Because I'll tell you what, other than leveling, I think rares right now, just rares as a standalone, are okay after the changes, right? They're still harder to do, but they're okay. But the problem arises when we go into league mechanics. Now, Breach, I'm gonna say, is actually pretty tame, which was very surprising. Abyss monsters are just clapping you. Legions, if you ever get a Marikev, just run, right? Harvest mobs, really rough. Essences, we already talked about. Essences are crazy right now, right? Delirium, you better don't think that you can just open a Mirror of Delirium and like, if you open an essence at like, I don't know, 40-50% delirium, you're going to be standing there for like 50 seconds. Also, what the hell did they think about Metamorph? The Metamorph now has the arch nemesis mods of the rares that you sacrificed, which means you can get stuff like invulnerable Metamorphs. So yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, but the only explanation that can go into my head is they were only thinking about rares in terms of none of these league mechanic exists, right? Which is, I don't know how you can do that in PoE because they're so prevalent in this game, but that's just the only thing I can come up with right now. And it's not just the damage, right? It's also how goddamn tanky these mobs are. We kind of came up with an analogy on my stream, and that's basically every rare right now feels sort of like a heist door, right? You don't like heist doors because you have to stand there and you just have to chill. They're basically like heist doors where you have to wait, but instead they can also just randomly one-shot you. I honestly have no idea how a new player should ever interact with this. Like, I cannot even imagine. Not even like going into mudflats. I get that, right? Mudflats is a scary place. I think that's ridiculous in PoE. New players can just basically do nothing at that point. But just imagine them getting into maps and opening a Legion or like trying an Essence. And once again, if you're somebody like me who's playing a meta build, right? A build where you know it's going to work out, just understand that whatever you feel right now, the pain you feel right now, people who don't play meta builds are feeling it times 10. And we're not even going to talk about hardcore. But okay, I think I talked enough about this. I really hope there's going to be something. I think this league can still be salvaged. I'm really looking forward towards the end bosses. But right now, the way of getting to it is usually something that I really crave. I really like the reset, the economy reset, and then getting everything in order, farming my first headhunter. That's usually just so hype. But this league, I kind of feel like I have been robbed off of that. I guess I might as well get also some Sentinel stuff in. Now, basically what I think about Sentinel right now is I think it's an interesting mechanic. The rewards are okay. But to be honest, the whole mechanic has been completely overshadowed by how annoying rares and magic mobs now are. So empowering those mobs even more, just to drop an extra 6 transmutation orbs, hasn't really crossed my mind that much yet. It was definitely decent while leveling to get some of the lower currencies, but overall I just gotta say, whenever I pressed it and everything gets tanky, it feels like it's not worth my time. But I also feel like this is one of these mechanics that might just pop off at endgame, so I'm definitely not gonna say anything bad about it because I haven't experimented too much with it yet. So I really hope there's gonna be updates. But for people who wanna know about my EA character and how day 1 went, I got up to level 87. Now, in terms of deaths, I've died 35 times. 22 times was during the campaign. I have never died this much before in a campaign. It is insane. Absolutely insane. So I had to kind of work around that a little, right? We're at 4.4k life right now, level 87. We're going to get probably like another 600 life or so. We currently only have spell suppression on our chest, but we did farm a little bit of currency, right? We didn't drop an exalt yet. I just converted it. And basically, what I'm going to try to get next is just spell suppression on everything. As you can see here, I got a little bit of life, a little bit of resistances. These boots are pretty okay, but only 25 move speed. These rares, I got a death rush because it's very nice. This league has these weird chaos balls that follow you around, if you remember them from Arch Nemesis. So if you're running around with no chaos res, it's going to be the worst time ever. And the Gull, like I said, I didn't really get a helm enchant yet, but maybe at some point I'm also going to get one with a helm enchant. Other than that, this is just a lot of attributes, which is nice. My quiver I replaced now because I now have 6. I went to watchtowers, and once I had watchtowers, I went and replaced the skirmish with a different quiver that kind of fixed my accuracy problems. I also bought the Diadian Dawn for 60 chaos. Now my flasks are not really all that optimized. I have a corrupted blood immune. You really need those because, like I said, corrupted blood can be everywhere, not just as it used to be in Bloodlines maps. I have immune to chill, immune to freeze, which I don't need at this point because I got the cannot be frozen and reduced effect of chill from the Soul of the Brine King. The cannot be frozen you get from atoll maps, which is very nice. Other than that, not really much to say. As you can see here, my gems are not really completely done, right? Because my colors are not right, which I'm gonna use some of this currency to leverage. But yeah, there's nothing really else. Something I did that might be better than the Frenzy setup that I used. I used to have Frenzy with Hex Touch and Flammability, but I think I would rather save one of these gems, and I'm gonna go Arcanist Brand with Flame Surge, which was already a thing, right? But then I'm also gonna connect Flammability. As for passive tree, nothing really to say. Basically exactly like I explained in my build guide. The only thing that's happening right now is I still have Ash, Frost, and Storm and the Elemental Mastery. I wanted to respec this earlier, but right now I just don't have the res to do so. Also, as always, just as a reminder, if you're feeling squishy, definitely get Bastion of Elements as soon as possible. It's gonna change everything. So overall, my day 1 conclusion here at the end. Number 1, new players will hate this game. They already did. Mudflats is really, really rough for anybody who tries to get into this game. But yeah, the rares, I don't know how... Like, if I started this game fresh, I don't know how I would even get through the acts. I know I'm repeating myself, but you have to understand that we're in kind of a bubble, right? You're watching this video, so you're very interested in this game, and you have a lot of knowledge. Somebody who doesn't is gonna get stomped. Also, please, to all the chads out there who are playing off-meta builds, just know that Chris said there's going to be more updates, and very soon, maybe tomorrow, day after, I don't know exactly. So if you're playing your off-meta conversion trap, I don't know, Icicle Mines build, right? Just know that help is coming. Also, please understand that everybody other than contrarians that just have to always be against the mainstream think this patch doesn't really feel that good. As a content creator, I talk to a plethora of people, and just know that you're not alone, and I'm just going to spell it out right there. Even EA Ballista doesn't feel really that good right now. So if you think EA Ballista is the problem, I'm just going to tell you straight up, if you want to reroll, do it. But whatever you're going to reroll into might even feel worse. And then at the end, I'm going to make a bold claim and say this is the worst league since Bestiary. If you guys don't know, Bestiary used to be a league where in order to catch mobs, you would have to get them low and then throw nets manually, right? Which... I don't know how I got through this extensive testing that GG does usually. I'm just going to say it is very much on par with that league. I'm actually not sure which I think is worse. It just kind of reminded me of that league. And yeah, if I wasn't a content creator, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I would play this league. Obviously, it's in my own interest to hype you guys always, right? I get it. So you come back. The only thing I can tell you is I'm pretty sure they're going to make this right. I think Chris understands. They have done 2 posts in a day. Reddit is outraged, right? So I think it's going to get better. I'm pretty damn sure. But right now, I just think this league has been an absolute disappointment at the start. But yeah, that's it for the video. Follow, subscribe. Thank you to my Patreons and my Twitch subscribers. And yeah, see you in the next update. And does I still don't have a slogan? See you next time.